of the collapse in crude oil prices reverberating across the nation. North Dakota, for example, has seen a nearly 90% drop in oil rigs over the last 4 years alone. North Dakota Senator Heidi Heitkamp joining us now to talk more about the slowdown. She's a member of the Senate Committee on Banking, Housing, and Urban Affairs. And Senator, I don't know if you know this, I've been to Williston 3 times now. We've done extensive reporting up there. I saw the pre-boom. I saw the boom. I don't want to call it a bust, but I've seen the turn down. It seems like everything is sort of half filled. How does this shake out? I'm worried about your state.
I think at the end of the day, we've been through the ups and downs of the oil market. We know that there's oil in North Dakota. We're building the infrastructure, and we're ready to come back when the price point basically would dictate further activity. So on the good news, we have 1,000 wells that have been drilled but are uncompleted, ready to go once we see some recovery in the oil price. But, you know, fundamentally, right now in North Dakota, I think the biggest concern people have is not the decline in oil prices, it's actually the decline in ag prices and what's going to happen in agriculture in North Dakota.
Well, you've got that. You got a lot of different things, Senator, your state is facing. I understand you're good people, you're hardworking folk. I mean, you got to be tough to live up there. It's cold most of the year, but you seem to be facing this pain on all sides. And what I heard when I was there is people said, well, all the workers left. We're not sure if things do turn around, we're going to have the people to restart the industry.
Yeah, one of the things that we really were benefactors of was, in fact, the downturn in the rest of the national economy. So you saw construction workers from Idaho, you saw rig workers from Oklahoma and Texas and Louisiana. It's going to be hard to get them back, but we plan on doing everything that we can to build the infrastructure so that next time when they come, there's going to be single-family housing. There is going to be multifamily housing that's affordable for families to come and live in North Dakota. That's one of the challenges that we had, is offering a community environment for families, and so they didn't come and stay. Now we are seeing, I talked to high school principals. They have not seen a decline in enrollment, so we're waiting until the end of the school year to find out if those families move out after school is over.
Senator, one of the things we've seen this morning is Saudi Arabia laying out parts of its 15-year plan. And the country itself, the kingdom, seems to be moving away from this idea that it can rely on oil indefinitely. It seems to be trying to diversify and saying that it's going to be looking more towards investment. What do you think about the future for oil prices when you see something like that?
Well, I think that they're being realistic. When I was in Saudi Arabia, we heard the same thing. What was going to be the movement, and they were really curious about what North Dakota was doing. We have a very aggressive startup community in Fargo and in the eastern side, and really in Bismarck. And so you hear this also in North Dakota. We need to diversify. We need to not just be a commodity-driven economy. We're getting hit by currency and low commodity prices. If we're going to have our own destiny, keep kids in our state, we need to offer them other alternatives.
What are some of those alternatives?
Well, I think we've got the second or third largest Microsoft complex in the country. I don't know that people really know that. From that has been a lot of employees who have now left and are spinning off new investments, new businesses. We have a very large medical industry in North Dakota that serves a whole region. We think Canadian tourism is critically important. We're getting hit by the currency discrepancy with Canada, which has really affected our tourism. But I mean, we've done this before. I've been in politics since 1984. I will tell you, I've seen the ups and the downs. I've helped manage the downs. We'll come back, and this isn't anything that anyone in North Dakota didn't anticipate would happen at some point.
I mean, if prices stay down for 5 years, let's say, I mean, this becomes much more structural, and there are reasons to believe it might. What would you say the thing we need to watch that's actually going to lead to the biggest diversification play for North Dakota? What brings you out if we can't count on ag and frack and energy boom?
Well, I think the biggest diversification is innovation coming out of our 2 research universities. We've got some great biotech happening. We got just wonderful nanotechnologies, a lot of that driven by the work that Byron Dorgan did when he was here, AKA earmarks, but that has definitely paid off dividends for the country. And so we also have a UAS park that is part of the extended use lease up at the Grand Forks Air Base. We think we're going to be the center for remotely piloted aircraft and also the equipment that goes with it. So we've got lots of opportunities. It's just going to take time to see this transition take full circle.
Senator Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota. Senator, thank you very much for spending a little time with us this morning. We do appreciate it.